All right, everybody, this is Wes from the Toolbox Buzz crew. We're here at World of Concrete 2025 in Las Vegas. We're back hanging out at the Milwaukee booth. And one of the great things about a show like this is you have the opportunity to look at an entire lineup of products on display, get hands-on with them. And one of the things that really impressed me here was the laser offerings. So, Keenan, it's nice to meet you, man.
Hey, great to see you.
Keenan's with Milwaukee, and he has the opportunity here to kind of talk us through all of the different offerings that Milwaukee has and who should be looking at what, like who is the intended user for each product. I think it's safe to say, Keenan, that lasers just bring a whole nother degree of accuracy and professionalism to the job site.
Absolutely.
No matter what it is that you do.
Yep.
So I'm going to turn it over to you and have you talk us through some of the different offerings here.
Sounds great. Well, when you look at the laser category, you've got a variety of types. You've got your basic crossline lasers, you've got your cross and point lasers, 3-plane lasers, and then obviously a whole grouping of rotary lasers as well. When you look at our offering, I'm going to start with our Alkaline solution. So it's going to be a basic crossline laser. It's going to have your horizontal and vertical planes. This one's going to run off just 4 AA's. They give you 1/8 inch at 33 feet for accuracy. This is going to be great for anyone that's doing shelving, cabinets, tile, you're doing some steel stud, plumbing, some things like that.
Okay.
Overall, it's a great solution. At $229, it's a great value as well for someone who's looking for something a little bit more price competitive.
Okay, so entry level, but still giving me that repeatable crossline laser.
Absolutely.
Lining up and getting my consistent results every time.
Absolutely.
Okay.
It'll also have your locked and on functionality. So if you want to set, your horizontal line at an angle, if you're doing like a stair railing, you don't want it constantly blinking at you, so you can put it in the locked and on mode, put it on a tripod and tilt it. If you're in your on locked and on mode and you tilt past 4 degrees, it's going to start blinking at you saying, hey, you're outside of that leveling range, get it back within that 4-degree leveling range.
Right, like if it was shifted or maybe somebody nudged it or something like that and you're in the middle of it, it gives you that visual indicator,
Yep,
right?
absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yep, otherwise you're also going to have your 1/4x20 thread insert on the bottom. It's going to fit on any standard tripod. And you're going to have the magnets on the back with the nail and screw hole, easy mounting on any substrate.
Wonderful. Okay, where do we go from there?
Yeah, step up from there is going to be into our red lithium USB 3522 cross and point laser. So this laser is going to give you your horizontal and vertical functionality like the other one, but you're also going to get the plumb point functionality out of this. Another advantage of this solution is going to be rechargeable. So it's going to run off our red lithium USB 3 amp hour cell, run some of our flashlights, headlamps, and other products, so you can swap the batteries between different solutions, which is great. Instead of having to swap out AA's, you can just recharge this battery inside the unit.
And these are just, I think at this point everybody knows those. It's just USB compact recharging port on that, right?
Yep.
So you don't need any kind of specialized charger if you're not already on the platform.
Correct. Yep. You can charge the battery right in the unit. You can actually use the laser and charge it at the same time if you're close to a dead battery.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
These also have a micro adjust on all of these. So with the micro adjust, if you're trying to line up your laser over a long run, you can just slowly adjust the laser back and forth to make up that setup process significantly faster. So instead of sitting there and tapping your laser that last little bit to get it lined up to your point 20, 30, 40 feet, now you just have that nice little micro adjust.
We're easily dialing it in. Okay,
Absolutely.
so again, that more professionalism, repeatable accuracy rather than giving it a whack, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay.
You're also going to have that same 1/4x20 thread insert, magnets and nail and screw hole on the back, similar to the other one.
Awesome.
When you take a step up from there, you're going to get into the M12 system. So obviously the great thing about the M12 lasers, it's going to work with any of our M12 batteries. So if you're someone who's in the M12 system already, this is a great solution for you. It can fit the compact or the XC packs on this. You're going to have the same horizontal, vertical, and plumb point functionality. You're going to have that same micro adjust functionality for setting up your laser over longer runs like I just mentioned.
Right.
Now because it's running on M12, you're going to get longer run time.
Okay.
So on the Alkaline and the red lithium USB, you're looking about 8 hours of run time with all lines on. On the M12, you're looking about 15 hours of runtime with the compact battery in this unit.
Yeah, this isn't even the big one. I mean, that's
Correct.
the thing. We're using the small guy on this.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Wonderful.
So with the 3.0 CP pack, yeah, you're looking at 15 hours of runtime.
Awesome.
You're also going to be a little bit brighter than the red lithium USB unit as well.
Okay. At this point, too, are we looking at any differences in colors?
Nope. So we're all still green.
We're all still green.
So there are some red lasers in the market. Generally speaking, green lasers are going to be 4 times more visible than red lasers. The reason for that is the human eye is going to be naturally more receptive to green light. So we've opted just to launch all green lasers. We love red at Milwaukee, but when it comes to lasers, going green made the most sense.
Right, got it.
So when you go from there, you're going to jump into our M12 crossline and 4-point laser. So the big difference about this laser is the glass wraps around the sides and the top, giving you more fan angle. You also get dots on the horizontal line now. So that dot is going to be perpendicular to your vertical line. So if you're doing layout, you're trying to square something up, you can set this down, align your vertical line, and then now you can find that dot and make a mark, and that's going to give you a perfectly perpendicular reference when you're doing any layout for walls or any other material that you're installing.
Got it.
You're also going to have your micro adjust. You're going to have your locked and on. On the M12s, you do have your quarter by 20 and a 5/8 by 11. So 2 options for the tripods.
All right. Folks at the Milwaukee
The last one is going to be our M12 3-plane. The great advantage of the 3-plane is that you get 2 vertical planes. And where the 2 vertical planes meet, it's going to give you a perfectly square reference. So now if you're someone that's trying to do layout for flooring, for cabinets, for wall layout, you can use these lines now instead of having to do a 3, 4, 5 and check square more manually.
Okay.
The other nice thing is with this micro adjust, instead of micro adjusting around the point, this is going to micro adjust around that cross intersection. So once you set this laser up on your starting point, you make that little micro adjust movement, it's going to stay on that point that you started that on. So you're not having to worry about moving the laser back and forth.
Gotcha.
Even with the 3-plane laser, with the 4.0 battery that it's kitted with, you're going to get that same 15 hours of runtime with all 3 planes on.
15 hours continuous use, all planes on.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So if you were using just 1 or 2 planes, you're going to extend that runtime even further.
Gotcha. Okay.
In addition, sorry.
Oh no, I was going to say, no, you please, take it away. You're the one. You're
addition
telling
to-
me, man.
Yeah. In addition to the lasers, we do have a handful of accessories. So you've got your laser detector. So if you're working outside, you can use this detector to pick up the line. Even though the green's visible, you're still really not going to see it well at all outside unless it's dusk or you've got some clouds. This is a great solution. If you're trying to do deck layout or try to get some elevations for siding, you can pick up that line, make your marks, and keep working, even if you're working in the daylight. In addition to that, we have our motorized base. What you can do with this solution is you can slide your laser on, it connects via the dovetail, and then now you can remotely adjust your laser back and forth. So instead of having one person 50 feet down the run telling you left, left, right, right, you can slap your laser on here, you can walk to the end point, you can just use your remote. You've got a fast adjustment, and then you've also got a slow adjustment to allow yourself to dial it in as precisely as you need.
Also, if you're in an elevated position, working on a ladder or something like that, now you're not coming down to make an adjustment. You can make it. You maintain that control station, and then it's able to adjust around you from there.
Absolutely.
All right.
And then we also have a 360 bracket. So the nice thing about this is, that's going to give you your left to right adjustment. But if you want your vertical height adjustment, this 360 bracket just magnetically attaches, and you can adjust this up and down. The other interesting thing is because it magnetically attaches, you can actually throw the laser on upside down. So now let's say you've got some ductwork, some I-beams, a door frame.
Fixed
you can
position
stick this
you can
up
aim from.
overhead, but then still get your laser in a position where it can level and you can use it.
Gotcha. All right. So one of the things too, though, I think one of the things that sometimes sets people maybe hesitant in getting into lasers is price point. So I mean, obviously, with more features, more technology, we're going to have increased costs. So for somebody that's entry level looking to get into it, or somebody that's looking to upgrade to a more capable laser, what are we looking at in terms of pricing?
Yeah. So on your Alkaline cross, you're looking at $229. For the red lithium USB cross and point, you're at $379 as of today. Your M12 cross and point, $499 kit, $399 bare tool.
Okay.
On the M12 cross and 4-point, you're at $549 for a kit. And then the M12 3-plane, you're $599 for a kit.
Okay.
One thing to note is when you go from an alkaline solution to a rechargeable, there is actually a fairly large cost savings when it comes to the AA batteries.
Yep.
If you're going through these batteries once, twice a week, if you're using it all the time, you can easily spend $50 to $100 a year on AA batteries. So if you're someone that's using the laser all the time, we'd really suggest, hey, go to something rechargeable.
Right.
You're not going to be wasting all that money on AA's.
Yep. Single use throwaway power source versus long time extended use, and
100%.
the quality of the M12 batteries is excellent. So you're going to get a long service life out of it. And also drives your initial investment of the tool cost down if you're already on the platform.
Absolutely.
All right. Now the last one, the biggest and probably the baddest and most powerful is, I think we're talking rotary laser over here, right? So let's kind of go over the thought process and use behind that.
Yeah, so really when you're looking at all these lasers, you should really be thinking interior use.
Yep.
Right, cabinets, tile, drywall, steel studs, electrical, mechanical type work.
Vertical structures, vertical surfaces.
Vertical, you're setting elevations. When you get into the rotary lasers, in a lot of cases you're thinking longer runs, higher accuracy, or also a lot of times outdoor applications.
Yep.
So the first one here is our 3702 M18 green interior rotary laser. So this rotary laser is going to take a huge step up in accuracy. So while these have an 1/8 inch at 33 feet, the rotary laser is going to be a 1/16 of an inch at 100 feet.
Okay, so that's a substantial
Absolutely.
difference.
So if you're doing a drop ceiling, right, and you're shooting a significant distance, you want to make sure everything's at the exact same height. You really want to step up into a rotary laser solution.
Yep.
You can also use this rotary laser in the vertical position, and you can use that automatic center find functionality where you set your rotary laser up, set your receiver up, and it'll automatically align between the 2 points. So if you're doing a long run of like ductwork, electrical, plumbing overhead, you're shooting 100, 200 feet, this is going to be a great solution.
Right.
I'd say generally speaking, you know, if you're getting up to 75, 100 feet, you're going to be using the line lasers. Anything at that or longer distance, you're going to be looking at using a rotary laser.
You got to step up to that more powerful projection of the beam.
Yep.
And it's got, I mean, that's a substantial amount of technology there to maintain that accuracy at such a distance.
Absolutely.
Also, and here you see you have your sensor here.
Yep.
If you guys are, if you've ever done any kind of site work, you understand the importance of a rotary laser. Anything subsurface, I mean, this is your bread and butter. This is how this is how you get things done.
Absolutely, yeah. So if you're setting your footings, your foundations, setting slabs, or you're even doing some tilt up or poured walls, rotary lasers can be an absolute lifesaver for those. So when you start looking into more of like the landscaping, concrete work, you're going to be looking at our 2 exterior SKUs.
Gotcha.
All ages.
So we've got our 3701-21. This is going to be our horizontal only M18 red exterior rotary laser. So again, if you're setting footings, foundations, if you're trenching, digging a foundation, this is going to be a great solution for you. It's going to spin at 600 RPMs. It's going to have 3/32 at 100 for accuracy, 2,000 foot diameter, 1,000 foot radius. So it's going to be a great solution across the board if you're just looking to do flat work.
Gotcha.
It's going to have a 1.5 meter drop rating, 2 meter tripod tip rating with these really robust handles, really robust top bumper.
And I see here we have it set up. It looks like we have a kitted option too.
Yes.
With tripod and your grade rod.
Yep, absolutely. So with the laser, battery, receiver, charger and case, you're looking at about $1,200. With the tripod and grade rod included, you're looking at about $13.99.
$13.99, full kit, ready to go. You're out of the box.
And it's the standard 5/8 by 11 thread insert. So
Okay.
if you've got a tripod already that works with rotary lasers, it's a great chance it's going to work with our rotary lasers as well.
And looking at the dimensions on your grade stick there, same thing. Plus
Yep.
you have that adjustability in your clamping system
Yep.
there to work with anything on the market. And I was checking out your tripod before, and it's a super high quality unit, very visible level bubble on the top there for when you're doing your initial
Absolutely.
setup. So again, that really breaks it all down for us. I mean, seeing it all here in person, the number of options that you guys have to offer to cater to all kinds of needs is really fantastic. So
we got one more.
oh, excuse me, my
Sorry,
apologies.
We got the M18 3704-21 dual slope rotary laser.
Okay.
So if you're doing any slope work, so let's say you've got sloped concrete,
Yep.
let's say you're sloping away from a house to make sure you have proper drainage,
Yep.
this is going to be the ideal solution. Great thing about this is you've got obviously all the adjustments you can make on the laser, but you can also make all of the adjustments from the remote as well. It's essentially a duplicated display, so if you're 100 feet away, you want to adjust your slope, you want to adjust your RPMs, mask certain sections, you can do all of that from the remote.
Wow. Okay, so not have it's kind of a pain once you have this thing set up, having to go back to constantly adjust. So being able just to take that sensor out and adjust, that's amazing. That's absolutely incredible.
Yep. So 2 kit options for this as well.
First up,
You're gonna have your basic with the laser, remote, receiver, battery, charger, case. That's gonna be at $19.99. The kit option with that plus the tripod and the grade rod, you're looking at $21.99.
Okay. So again, bare tool options, full kit options.
Yep.
So depending upon your setup or what your demands are or your needs, you guys have an option for that.
Absolutely.
All right, Keenan, this is a lot of information, but I think it's valuable information
thanks,
for
Russ.
anybody out there looking for a laser option.
Next up,
Guys,
M18
if this is the kind of thing that can really step up your game and make your finished product even more professional and also make the job easier on yourself.
5, 4,
So
1,
we really appreciate you guys taking the time to
3,
show us
1,
around.
8.
If you're interested in the laser, Milwaukee seems to have an option for just about everybody, or whether you're digging a foundation or hanging some cabinets or a picture frame. It really doesn't seem to matter. Milwaukee's got you covered. All right, Keenan, awesome to see you, man. Thank you very much.
Take it easy.
Guys, we'll have more of Milwaukee and the rest of World of Concrete here 2025 in Las Vegas.